ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः सा मे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पार्थविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। यथाग्निर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपान्ता शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। विवेकजानन्दनिमग्नचित्तं विवेकदानैकविनोदशीलं विवेकभासाकमनीयकान्तिं विवेकिनं तम् अहं नमामि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। A mumukshu is very rare. He understands the limitations of gaining anything in life, whether it is ihaloka sukham or paraloka sukham or even ishvara kainkaryam dasatva. All have one great limitation, namely anityatvam. That anityatvam makes this mumukshu to say, I don't want. Whatever it may be, I don't want. So he has surrendered to the Lord, not to gain anything from the Lord, but to get freedom from the idea of getting something from the Lord. So that idea of getting something in whatever we think, in whatever we do, is very ingrained in our nature. So therefore, he says, Sarvam tu karma anityasya sadhanam yasmat chaturvidham eva sarvam karma karyam utpadyam vikaryam samskaryam va na ataha param karmanaha vishayaha asti. Other than these four results of the karma, attaining, producing, purifying and modifying. Attaining will be in the form of attaining the loka, attaining the dasatvam, attaining the kaingaryam, producing in the form of new body in Vaikunta, in Shivaloka, purifying one's own mind and modifying his position. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujyadi modifications. All these are all Anityam Eva. Whereas I am interested in Aham cha Nityena, Amrutena, Abhayena, Kutastena, Achalena, Druvena, Arthena, Arthi, na tad viparitena. I am interested only in something which is Nityam. Nityatvad Kutastam. Nityatvad Abhayam. Nityatvad Amrutam. Nityatvad Dhruvam. Therefore, is there anything which I am seeking? This is a very peculiar situation the mumukshu faces. According to his understanding, anything I am going to get is not going to be Nityam. Nityam must be already with me. If it is already with me, why should I go for it? Very peculiar situation. It should be already with me. If it is already with me, why should I go for it? And at the same time, I am not able to recognize what is that already with me as Nityam. Therefore, he is in a dilemma. He stopped begging, but he is not able to own up what his Swata Siddha Vastu. Therefore, iti evam nirvinnaha, nirvinnaha, vairagi. Yad abhayam shivam akrutam nityam padam tad vijnanartham. He wants to know, is there anything at all? So, in order to know, initially he tries varieties of sadhanas. Kundalini rising, shutting oneself in a cave and trying to get samadhi anubhavam, and asking who am I question, like that varieties of spiritual practices which he heard already in the scriptures, which may be the sadhanam for gaining something which is my own. So after trying, he understands his inability to find out. So again he surrenders to the Lord, praying for guidance. The guidance comes in the form of Guru Prapti. Tad Vijnanartham sa Gurum eva abhigachet. Shastra Vakyam iti. So therefore, don't try to find out what is that truth which is your own. Sarvashastrajñopi swatantaryena brahmanveshanam na kuryaditi Shrotriya Brahmanishtam. You understood? Now, where to find out the Shrotriya Brahmanishta? So, he is in search of his Gurudev. This condition is called Mumukshutva. Having denied all achievements, searching for Guru. This conversion is very difficult one, because many Mahatmas we find in the religious history have stuck up in this area. Many Mahatmas. You can take Buddha himself. He is a great, such a wonderful man of character, man of Viveka Shakti, man of renunciation, but he was stuck up with this place. He went in search of his teachers, but unfortunately, those teachers taught him again Karma Kanda only. Therefore, he was not satisfied enough in their teaching. He should have continued that search. Instead of that, he sat in meditation. That is what written in the biography. And trying to stop even food, trying to meditate, and he found nothing happened. So, with dissatisfaction, again he continues with a resolve that I will not get up from the seat as long as I don't gain a knowledge about the truth. Then it is told in the biography, he got up with the knowledge and he went to Kashi, Saranath. There he found 4 people and he taught them. What he taught, when we ask, whatever told as he taught is dismissed as ajnanam. It cannot be accepted as jnanam. Understood? Bhagavan Shankaracharya, Vyasacharya, all the acharyas dismiss the ideas which are claimed to be taught as knowledge by Buddha was dismissed. All the 4 matas are dismissed. What to do? Such a wonderful person. Up to end he lived with that convictions which he taught to the others as knowledge. What is knowledge? Sarvosmi iti manyante is the knowledge. I am sarvaha, that's all. I am sarvaha, aham brahmasmi. That is the knowledge. That is available only in Shastra Parampara. That can be accessed only through Acharya Parampara. One who gains this humility to approach the Acharya, then he converts himself as a Jignasu. 7th level transformation is Mumukshu to Jignasu. But Mumukshu to Jignasu is very difficult conversion. We find in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna wanted to run away as a Mumukshu because troubles are very big. He was facing emotional upheavals. So, to find answer, he argues with himself openly, and Krishna was hearing. Arjuna thought Krishna will appreciate my argument, Krishna will appreciate that I have become knowledgeable. So he ended his argument claiming that this is the knowledge. Then Bhagavan wrapped all the arguments and put it in the waste basket. Ashocyan anvashocastvam prajnavadanscha bhashase gatasun agadasuscha na anusochanti panditaha klaibyam masmagama partha. He scolds. Then Arjuna understands that yes, if I am a knowledgeable person, how can I have sorrow in my mind? That is the litmus test. Anybody who says that I am knowledgeable will not have an iota of grumbling, disappointment, expectations, anxiety, guilt. Nothing he will have. Because his identification is completely changed from Vyavaharika Satyam to Paramarthika Satyam. All the while he remained as Vyavaharika Satya Vastu alone. Only when he becomes Jnana Nishtaha, he converts himself as Paramarthika Satya Vastu. Up to the 8th level, even after becoming Mumukshu, even after becoming Jignasu, even after becoming Jnani, he remains as what? As individual only. So, Mumukshu is an individual or not? Individual. So, as long as individuality is there, Didiyadvai Bhayam Bhavati. But that Mumukshu converts himself as Jignasu, having certain convictions in his mind. Those convictions we have seen already under the basics of Vedanta class itself, 14th class. Convictions of a spiritual seeker under that topic. So you have to go back. Those convictions makes him to pray to the Lord to show him a teacher. Now, all his requirement is only a teacher. Not even Bhagwan. Not even Vaikunta. So when the teacher arrives, what happens? This person becomes Jignasu. As Jignasu, he goes through Shravanam, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. As Jignasu, he hears truth about himself. Through Shravanam, he hears the truth about himself. Through Mananam, he clarifies his own doubts in his own mind about the revealed truth. And in Nididhyasanam, he begins to convert himself as the truth itself. See, this is the beauty of the Advaita Vedanta Guru Parampara. No other knowledge require yourself to convert as the knowledge itself. This is the only knowledge. You have to convert as the knowledge. As long as you remain as a knower of that knowledge, you don't get this knowledge. That is called Paroksha Jnanam. Somebody's statement, Tattvamasi, Guru's statement. So, Jignasu to Jnani conversion is another level of growth which requires long spiritual practice called Nididhyasanam with Shraddha in Guru Vakya and with Shamadamadi Shatka Sampatti. Otherwise, people will get up and go away. In Chandogya Upanishad, it comes. With one clan, Virochana went out. Brahmaji was teaching. In first class itself, Virochana told, I understood. Thank you, going. Because he was not interested in going through the Brahmacharyam. For first class itself, already he has gone through many years of Brahmacharya. So, divide of sensory pleasures, emptiness in the mind. Once you stop, Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehinaha. He is a Niraharaha, not a Bubukshu. So, it is stopped. But once it is stopped, something you should get from your inner personality that is not yet come. So that period is called dry period, dark period of great soul. It is called dark period of great soul. So they are not able to go towards the worldly pleasure also. At the same time, they don't gain that inner peace and happiness which they were seeking. In Swami Vivekananda Maharaj's life, you could see that. When his Gurudev was alive, it was shown, this is the thing which you wanted to know, and I can show it to you, and this is what the truth about yourself. He has experienced momentarily that being one with the totality. So that was pulling him towards spiritual path. But at the same time, he was not able to get whenever he wanted. So 8 years of roaming, you have to study that. From 1887 to 1893, it's a great search. He understood the truth, but he is not able to make it as his own. That means what? He is not able to give up his own individuality. So before going to Parikrama, he comes to Mother Sarada Devi and asks blessings. Mother, I will not come back to you unless I become a man. Mother immediately says, my dear, don't tell these negative statements. Tell that you will come back to me after becoming man. You will come back to me. That was the blessing. So becoming man means what? Becoming jnana nishtaha. Understood? So, seeking the acharya makes the mumukshu as jignasu. Shravana mananam nididhyasanam makes the jignasu as jnani. But after gaining the knowledge also, is samskaras, vasanas will not allow him to give up his individuality. Therefore, here Acharya says, sarva karma sannyasa purvakam jnana nishta bhavati. You have to become a sarva karma sannyasi. What is the idea of sarva karma sannyasi? Sarva karma sannyasi means eating karma also is involved. Okay. How can you give up all karmas? By giving up kartrutvam, by giving up that identification with particular body-mind complex, you become sarva karma sannyasi, then jnana nishta happens. Here only we have a Purva Paksha in Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. The Purva Paksha which I told at the beginning of this topic. Nanu Sruta Brahmanopi Yatha Purvam Samsaritva Darshanat. Sruta Brahmanaha means Sruta Brahmanaha. Sruta Brahmanaha means this jnani. There are so many scholars who can by heart the entire Shankara Bhashyam along with all Upanishads and teach like anything. But they live as professors. They can reel out Shankara Bhashyam. There is a college in Chennai, Madras Sanskrit College. Lot of teachings happen. Same teaching is happening there. But for academic purpose, whatever they tell, they will start with this statement, Upanishad says, Gita says, what do you say? Their Swanubhavam is missing. Understood? Why? Because Vairagyam is lacking. There is a fear of giving up one's own personality. Greatest fear it is. It is painful than the death itself. Because in death, as a religious person, everyone understands in death I am not going to die. Only worldly people bothered about their death. As a religious person, everyone knows body is going to go away, but I am not going to go away. I am going to live with my Ishta Devata, or I am going to live in Swarga. Every religious person, whether it is Hinduism or Christianity or Islam, what is the conviction in their mind? The body is going to go away, but I am not going to die. I am going to live somewhere else. And all the devotional practices which I have done here is going to help me. Therefore, even if there is a pain in physical personality, I will continue that tapasya. So this itself is the proof that people don't have fear of death who follow the religion. Because they know the individuality is going to continue. But they have doubt whether in this place or in that place. Whether in Naraka my individuality is going to continue, or in Swarga my individuality is going to continue, or in Vaikunta my individuality is going to continue. But they know that I will have another birth. That's why in olden days, these mothers used to say, Janma Janmandarattukku neenga dhaan enakku husband-ஆ varanum. Janma after Janma, I should get you as my husband. The husband may think, Oru Janma podada, one Janma is not enough. Similarly, the Shishya also will tell to the Gurudev, Gurudev, you should become my Gurudev for Janma after Janma. Gurudev has to beat himself on the head. Talayil adichinu. What for this Gurudev is insisting? To teach you, you don't have one Janma also. So that idea of I am going to exist is there in every religious person's mind. But this Mumukshu or Jignasa or Jnani voluntarily wanted to give up that individuality. That is why he rejected going somewhere else. I don't want to continue as an individual. I don't want to continue as an individual. So he wants to give up his individuality, but he is not able to do at his will. So it is a time-taking process. One by one he has to find out what makes me to hold on this individuality. In spite of knowing that I am not individual, why I am clinging to this individuality? Becoming all is abhayam. Living as individual is bhayam. Why I am seeing bhayam in abhayavastu, abhaye bhayadarshinaha. So, the conversion from individuality to sarvam is a last conversion. That is called Jnani to Jnana Nishtatvam. So, Sutta Brahmanaha samsari bhavitum shakyate. One who hears scriptures, one who takes notes, one who gives lectures, he can continue to be a samsari as an individual. परंतु अवगत ब्रह्मणः संसारित्वं न शक्यते. भगवान शंकराचार्य, अवगत ब्रह्मणः, one who hears may continue as samsari, but who knows the truth cannot continue as samsari. Cannot continue as samsari means what? Cannot continue as an individual. Cannot continue as an individual. So the conversion of individual to total is the last conversion, which requires lot of patience. Repeatedly he will come back to individuality. And after becoming Jnana Nishta also, there is a possibility of living as an individual for a moment. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj's life, you can see this conversion beautifully. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj was coming in a ship. 3 or 4 British padris, priests, Christian priests, were condemning and criticizing India and Indian religion. Swamiji could not bear that. So he told, without knowing the fact, don't talk all nonsense. Like that, he told them to stop. But they were continuing in order to provoke the Swami. Then Swami threatened them. If you tell one more statement against my nation or religion, I won't know what I will do. Again they continued. What he did, he took both the priests in the hand, like taking the chicken. He has taken and he was standing on the top of the ship and threatened that I will throw you into the ocean. Seeing his anger, they asked pardon. Then Swami Maharaj left them. This was informed afterward as an experience by Swami Vivekananda Maharaj himself to his friend. Then the friend told, how can you get anger? You are such a jnani, how can you get anger? That is momentary, because of love for the nation. When somebody scolds your mother, what you will do? I will cut off his head, his friend told. That I did not do. For you, one mother is mother. For me, the nation is my mother. So that identification with particular nationality, even though it is mithya, it comes for the loka sangraha. You understood now? So, jnani to jnana nishtaha. Jnana nishtaha alone is called jivan muktaha. Entire life becomes a blessing to the humanity. So, final transformation is jnana nishtatvam or jivan muktatvam. In first 3 transformations, religions help converting humanity from bhokta to karta to dharmika karta. Then 4th and 5th, Sanatana Dharma religion help. Other dharmas, other religions don't have this idea of karma yoga and upasana. If at all somebody meditates, that meditation is copied from us, please understand. Understood? But that meditation cannot be accepted as upasana here, because here the upasaka doesn't want anything from the Lord, worldly thing. He doesn't want any sukham. He wants kaingaryam. Understood? Similarly, karma yogi also doesn't want any sukham, either here or in Swarga. He wants purity of mind. So, karma yoga and upasana are very unique, only available for Sanatana Dharma. If other dharmas talk about these ideas, means they have taken these ideas from us. Buddhism also talks about this. But Buddhism came very later. Without giving acknowledgement, they have told this is our discovery. All the words, terminologies they used from Sanatana Dharma scriptures only. Understood? So it's all unacknowledged theft of ideas, of terminologies. Okay. We don't have any problem because we don't claim any authorship. Because real author is Bhagavan. So we don't need any royalty also for our idea. If you are happy with that, no problem. But if you say that you gained something and that is the end of it, we will not accept as the end. You can live happily with that end, no problem. So then we continue as mumukshu, rejecting the loka prapti, kaingarya prapti also as anityam, seeking freedom. Mumukshu becomes jignasu, gaining guru. Jignasu becomes jnanihi, gaining shastra jnanam. Jnani becomes jnana nishtaha or jivan muktaha, making that shastra jnanam as swanubhava jnanam. Understood? Milk gives nourishment, is called shastra jnanam. Drinking that milk and being a healthy person is called swanubhava jnanam. Understood? So, first two levels, that is bhokta and karta, means identification of oneself with annamaya kosha and pranamaya kosha. First two level, bhokta, karta level is there, na? They are living as annamaya kosha and pranamaya kosha. In Tamil or in Karnataka, they will tell danda pindam. Pindam. Danda pindam. That means what? That fellow doesn't have anything in mind. That maturity has not come. Emotional maturity has not yet come. He lives. Healthy body also he has. Gym he goes. Eats nicely. Six-pack body he has. What he is called according to Shastram? Danda pindam. Dandam means what? Useless pindam. Pindam means body. So, first two level people live with Annamaya Kosha identification and Pranamaya Kosha identification. Third to fifth level, Dharmika Karta, Karma Yogi, Upasaka, they are living with Manomaya Kosha identification. They are living as Manomaya Atma. Manomaya Atma, as Manomaya Atma they live. Then Mumukshu, Jignasu, Jnani, 6, 7, 8 level people live as Vijnanamaya Atma. Understood? Then the Jnana Nishtaha or Jivan Muktaha, 9th level of transformation, he lives Akhanda Atma. So, Annamaya Atma, Pranamaya Atma, one group, majority of humanity lives in that condition only. Some get some maturity, becomes gentlemen and don't try to snatch away from others' packet. So they try to follow the rules of the game, rules of the life, dharma, then they try to enjoy the life. So they live as Annamaya Atma, Pranamaya Atma and Manomaya Atma. When they use Bhagavan for this bhoga, they become devotional Manomaya Atma. Then when they reject entire bhoga, they live as Vijnanamaya Atma. When they reject or give up their individuality, that person lives as Akhanda Atma. When you hear this, you should have got one doubt. What about Anandamaya Atma Swami? What about Anandamaya Atma? Anandamaya Atma is in and through all this now and then. As Annamaya Atma, Pranamaya Atma, when a person leaves, he goes to sleep or not. That time, Anandamaya Atma comes and gets away. Understood? As a dharmic person, he has some peace of mind, a joy, just being a dharmic. That time, Anandamaya Atma comes and disappears. As a devotee, when he meditates on the Lord, he gains Bhajananandam. The previous fellows got Bhojananandam. This devotee gets Bhajananandam. That time, Anandamaya Atma comes and goes away. How much time you will get Bhajananandam? However much the bhajan may be great. 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Afterwards, your back will get pain. So Anandam goes away. Then, as a mumukshu, jignasu, jnani is always engaged himself in Shastra Vicharam. In that Shastra Vicharam, he gets Ananda. That Ananda is because of Anandamaya Atma. According to the person's identification, the Anandamaya Atma will give happiness. If he is very gross, it will give gross happiness. As even he becomes subtle and subtle and subtle in his individuality, in his identification, then the happiness also subtle. That's what revealed in our Taittiriya Upanishad, Ananda Mimamsa it is called. The Ananda which has Taratamyam is called Anandamaya Atma Anandam. Maya means Mayat. Mayat Pratyaya means Prachuryam. Full of. Full of means what? Subject to Taratamyam. As the size of the vessel you have, so much water you can take from Ganga. No, I want to be Ganga herself. Then drop all vessel and drop yourself also into Ganga. Swami, adu nadakadu. That is not possible. No problem. Continue to drink. Gangaji will help you. One day you have to mingle with Gangaji only. Understood? Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asked Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, hey Naren, imagine there is a cup of honey which is compared to Ananda, and you are a bee, honey bee. From which side you will take that honey? Swamiji, thinking himself as intelligent, generally every teacher thinks intelligent only. So he told, I will sit on the tip of the cup and cautiously I will drink. Why? Why you should be afraid of jumping into the cup? No, I may die. I may die means what? That individuality of being a honeybee will be gone. Once I dive into the honey cup, what the honeybee will do? Die. So thinking that it is not, I don't want to give up my individuality. Please understand. Here the answer remains the philosophy that Swami Vivekananda Maharaj says, I don't want to give up my individuality. Giving up my individuality is equal to death of myself. However much tasty that honey may be. Then Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna corrects his understanding. My dear, It is Amrita Vastu. Even though individuality is going to be perished, you will not perish. You will not die. You can read this statement in Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. When you read very casually, it will be like one statement like that. But when you read with Shastram as background, you will understand what Sri Ramakrishna wants to say. That means giving up individuality is not death. Please understand. It is becoming everything. It is becoming everything in the creation. That is what rehearsed during sannyasa. What is sannyasa? What is acceptance of sannyasa ashrama? He says, I don't want to be an individual in the society. I don't want to claim any particular people as my parent, as my relatives, any particular object as my possession. So he gives up everything. After giving up everything, whether he lives in the society or not, he continues to exist in the society. How he exists in the society? As belonging to all, as accepting all as his own people. You understood? For a sannyasi, all mothers are mothers, all daughters are daughters. So he cannot claim one person as mother, one person as daughter, one person as wife. So for him, entire creation is Vasudhaiva Kutumpakam, because he understood that I am the part of the Ishvara's family. Ishvara's family is very big, wherein mosquito to mother-in-law exists. Scorpions are there, snakes are there, tigers are there, cows are there, bulls are there, bullocks are there. So many varieties are there, not only body-wise, mind-wise also. Even with human body, these type of people are there. But with no one I will have either enmity or dvesha or attachment. I may not be able to interact with everyone, but I cannot have either enmity or dislike or attachment. That is the rehearsal for ultimately giving up this individuality. That is relative giving up. Initially, you have to fake it, then only you can make it. You understood? My Acharya Swamiji used to say, fake it and make it. So, the initial faking incident is what? I am giving myself to the rehearsal. What will happen to me? Let me try to live as an individual belonging to all. Let me see whether the Srishti feeds me or not. Nicely it feeds me. All Swamis are Gundus. All Swamis are Stoutwalas. You can go to any ashrama and you will very rarely find out Thinwala Swamis. Because of their physical structure like that. But none of the Swamis are in dearth of getting food or whatever minimum needs they want. And they feed others also. Initially, what was the fear? Where you will get food when you go as a beggarly monk. What is the answer Sampradaya gives to the society? When I become a beggarly monk, I will be feeding the entire world. There are certain places wherein this feeding started and continues for 300 years, 400 years, 500 years. Without interruption, in between Aurangzeb has come, Babur has come, Akbar has come, but this feeding doesn't stop. Why? Because once you give up your individuality, it becomes the responsibility of Ishvara to protect your individuality, because that given up individuality will be useful for the Loka Sangraham. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamya. Bhagavan doesn't say Yoga Kshemam Dadamyaham. He says Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I carry on my head whatever his requirement. Just a Sankalpa becomes Satya Sankalpa. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj tells to his disciple, from this Belur Met, there will be 3 Gangas. Huh? 3 Gangas? The disciple asked, yes, one Ganga is already flowing. Mother Ganga is flowing already. Second Ganga will be Ganga on rice water. Having cooked, the rice water is thrown away, na? That rice water will be another river. Like that, Annadana will continue. Acha, third river, that will be the river of tears of mothers who have given up their children as monastics to this organization, like that he said. Then the disciple told, the third Ganga is very difficult. The third Ganga flow will be difficult. No, you will see that. And actually now it is happening. Daily in our ashrama, people, thousands of people are fed. And once one Swami asked, where is Belur Met? What was the address given, you know? To that Swami, the Swami told. The one boatwala told, oh, Belur Met, you don't know? From where this rice water flows like Ganga into Ganga is called Belur. The rice water, after cooking, is thrown into the Ganga only, because there is no other way. So they were throwing into the Ganga only. So rice water Ganga, then tears of mothers. You should see that. During sannyasa ceremony, many mothers will come there. With tears they will feed. They will give bhiksha. 3 days the sadhus have to take bhiksha from outside. With tears they will feed their children with bhiksha. It is Satya Sankalpam or not? Swami Vivekananda Maharaj told, a day will come, the international organizations will run by the headshake of the monks of this place, like that he told. That time international organization na innane theriyadu yaar. There was nothing called international organization, because UN came afterwards. This happened 1897-98. This dialogue. Swamiji Sankalpa it was. And Swamiji prophesied about India's freedom. So many things. How? These are all Satya Sankalpa. Once a person becomes total, identified with totality, then his existence becomes as total entity. So therefore, this transformation of self-identification is called spiritual growth. Not hearing lectures, not nodding our heads, not taking notes, not even by hearting the mantras, not even teaching the shastram. Nothing can be considered as spiritual life unless the inner transformation happens. Even after becoming an erudite person in Shastra, Sutta Brahmanopi Samsaritva Darshanam Shakyate. A person can be samsari, a dissatisfied person. Samsari means what? A dissatisfied, wanting insignificant, lacking individual. Avagada Brahmanaha means one who knows the truth. His life will be what? Purnam. Apujamanam achala pratishtam samudram apa pravishanti yadvati. Like rivers come to mingle with the ocean, and ocean accepts everything as it is and converts that as infinite. Gutter water comes into the ocean. Then within few minutes or few hours, what it becomes? Ocean water. It becomes salty, you know. It becomes salty water. Gutter water has become salty water. It has become one with the ocean. It has lost its individuality called gutter water. Similarly, this individual, the jnana nishtaha, the jivan muktaha, lives as ocean, accepting everyone as they are, converting them as ocean. Understood? But this conversion, this transformation is gradual. So no one should be in hurry. நாளைக்கே நான் ஞானி ஆயிட்டு சுவாமி அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது. So it is a gradual conversion, and the intensity makes a person to go faster. That's all. So what are all the obstacles in this transformation at each stage? What are all the useful practices at each stage? All of them are given in this scripture. From Bhokta to Karta, conversion is there, na? Very big conversion it is. So what will help you to convert yourself from Bhokta to Karta? What will be the obstacle in this conversion at each stage? Shastra gives, especially Bhagavad Gita Shastra gives. After giving all this, Bhagavan Krishna says, at every level, three things are obstacle. At every level, three things are useful practice. At every level, these three things are obstacle. Therefore, try to give up as quick as possible. Trividam narakasyedam dvaram nashanam atmanaha kama krodha tatha lobha tasmad etatrayam teje. These three, kamaha, krodha, lobha, are obstacle at each stage. Therefore, give up them because they are going to take you to naraka. Naraka means what? More dukkha. They are doorstep for narakam. Okay, Swami. What about the useful practices? Yajnadana tapa karma natyajyam karyameva tat yajno danam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Three practices: yajna, dana, tapas. Yajna means worship, all forms of worship. Dana means all forms of service, all forms of giving up. Understood? To give something, you have to give up that. Then only you can give up. Then third one is tapas, all forms of restraining one's own sensory and mental activity. Yajna, dana, tapas. At all levels they are useful. At each level they are useful. Only intensity differs. Understood? Similarly, the obstacle also at all levels. Kamaha, krodha, lobha, at all levels. Imagine a person gone to Vaikunta. He was allowed by Vishnu to massage. He should not have lobha there. What naturally lobha will be? Lobha means what? Greediness. What greediness he will have? As a bhakta of Vishnu, I only have to massage Bhagavan. Then he refused to give up his massaging seva. When Mother Lakshmi comes, what will happen? Bhagavan has to take chakra item. Orya illiya. Understood? So even you go to Vaikuntha, there also these things will be obstacle for you. Even in Shivaloka, Sundara Swami had problem of kama. Even in Vaikuntha Loka, Jaya Vijaya has had the problem of krodha. Understood? And as a mumukshu, if you have kama krodha, gone. As a jignasu, gone. As a jnani, if you have kama krodha, gone. So at all level, gone only. So at all level, three things you should avoid. At all level, three things you should practice. What a beautiful guidance you see. And we should not be in hurry in transforming ourselves. Immediately as Jivan Mukta, no problem. When Srishti has come, we don't know. Till date we are living as individuals. Already so many Chatur Yugas gone. So don't be in hurry, but continue sincerely this path of transformation. Whatever helps you, you take it and verify it whether it helps you. If it doesn't prove that it helps you, give up happily. So, with this, we end up the topic of transformation of self-identification. Next topic will be how to gain Daivi Sampat. What is the utility of Daivi Sampat in this spiritual journey? Sampat means treasure. A journey means it requires some resource, you know. What is the resource based on which you will continue this spiritual life? About that, we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sad Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Abhirabhi चन्द्रधरमिन्दु